welcome back to Bernat.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make this blanket. The thing that I really want to focus on today is how to make this extended double crochet, and it's what creates the unique look of this blanket, but you're going to be surprised at exactly how easy it is. So let's get started. So for this blanket I'm using Waverly for Bernat yarn, and I'm using a yarn from the Modern Essentials collection, and the color that I'm using is rosy pink. Now I'm not going to crochet the entire blanket, I'm just going to show you a little swatch, but the steps that you'll make will be the same except for that your starting chain will be longer. According to the pattern we want to chain 145 chains. Now to make that easier to count, you can place a marker every 20th, every 50th chain, whatever you'd like to help you keep track of the number of chains. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to work a double crochet into the fourth chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to make a double crochet. And then I want to work a double crochet into the next chain. So here we are right here. Now I want to chain one, and I want to miss this chain, and I want to work a double crochet into the next 3 chains. And that step of chaining one, missing a chain, working 3 double crochets, you want to repeat all the way to the end of your chain. And that is our last double crochet. And you should have something that looks like this at the end, except for of course yours will be longer. And then we want to turn our work. And you want to chain 3. Now this chain 3 is going to count as a double crochet, so you want to work a double crochet now, the next double crochet into that next stitch. And basically all that you want to do for this row is you want to work a double crochet into every double crochet, and where there's a chain you actually want to chain and miss that stitch. So here we go, I'll just show you the first. So a double crochet into that double crochet. Now I'm chaining because I have a chain there, and again double crochet into the double crochet, and you want to continue like that all the way till you get to the end of your row. So as I work my last double crochet, 2 things to note. This last double crochet gets worked into the top of a chain, which counted as the double crochet, and I want to work to the last 2 loops on my hook. And now we're going to make a color change, which I'm going to start working with Raise, which is the yellow color, and I want to wrap that around my hook and draw it through those last 2 loops, and that's actually our color change. And then we want to turn our work, and with Raise here we want to chain 4. So those first three count as a double crochet, and the 4th one counts as a chain 1. We're going to miss our next double crochet, and we're going to work a double crochet right here into this double crochet. And then we're going to get to the extended double crochet. Now the extended double crochet is worked exactly like a double crochet except for where the stitch starts. So we want to work 2 rows below, so 1, 2, and I want to work into that chain space. So I want to wrap my yarn around my hook and insert into that chain space and draw up a loop. Now the thing that you want to do is you kind of want to pull that loop up so you have a nice long extended loop like that. Yarn over hook, draw through 2 loops, yarn over hook, draw through 2 loops. And that's your extended double crochet. Next step, double crochet into the next double crochet, chain 1, miss 1 double crochet, and then a double crochet into the next one. And now we're back at our extended double crochet. So again, we want to work 2 rows below. I want to insert my hook into this chain 1 space, but first we have to wrap our yarn around our hook, insert it into that space, draw up a loop, but again we want to gently draw and extend that loop up so that we have a long loop. Yarn over hook, pull through 2 loops on hook, yarn over hook, and pull through 2 loops on the hook. And a double crochet. And then we want to just continue this grouping of stitches until we get to the last 2 double crochets. So you want to chain 1, miss 1 double crochet, work a double crochet into the double crochet, do our extended double crochet into the chain space, and then 1 double crochet. And we want to work until we're at the last 2 stitches. The last 2 stitches we want to chain 1, miss this stitch, and work a double crochet into this last stitch. And that's the end of the 3rd row. So you should have something that looks similar to this at the end of your row, and then you want to go ahead and turn your work, and the first step is to chain 4, and that counts as a double crochet and then a chain 1, and you want to miss this first chain 1, and then you want to work a double crochet into each of these double crochets. So the great thing about this row is it's easy to memorize because you're going to always be working double crochets into the group of 3 stitches here, and you're always going to want to chain 1 and miss this chain 1 space, and you want to continue that all the way down to the end of your row. So here's the thing to remember when you get to the end of your row. This stitch right here, this chain, was a chain 4, and it counted as a double crochet and a chain 1. So what we want to do is to chain 1, and we want to miss that first chain, and we want to work into the top of the double crochet. So we actually want to work into the 3rd chain. So 1, 2, 3, and we want to work our double crochet, and we want to work to the last 2 loops on our hook because we are going to have a color change. Now I'm changing my color to cement, and I'm going to wrap that around my hook, and I'm going to draw it through those last 2 loops on my hook, and I'm going to turn my work and get ready to start the 5th row. To begin the 5th row, I want to chain 3, and that chain 3 counts as a double crochet, and then I want to work an extended double crochet into the chain space 2 rows below. So here we go, we're going to yarn over hook. I'm going to insert that 2 rows below and draw up a loop, and we want to give it a little tug so that we have a loose extended loop. Yarn over hook, draw through 2 loops on hook, yarn over hook, and draw through those 2 loops. And that's our extended double crochet. I'm going to work a double crochet into the next double crochet, chain 1, miss this next double crochet, and work a double crochet. And now we're ready to work our extended double crochet, and I'm going to be working into this chain space down here. So yarn over hook, insert it into that chain space, draw up an extended loop. So there we are. Yarn over hook, draw through 2 loops on my hook, draw through 2 loops again after I've yarned over. So we're going to work a double crochet here. We're going to chain 1, miss this space, double crochet, extended crochet, all the way across. We're going to keep repeating that pattern until we get to the end of the row. And when we get to the end here, I'll show you that in just one moment. Okay, as I reach the end of my row, I'm working my double crochet. Then this was a chain 4, which counted as a double crochet and a chain 1. So I actually want to work an extended double crochet through this space here. So 2 rows below, draw up my loop, and finish my stitch off. And then what you want to do is you want to count from this base here, count 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3, And I want to work my double crochet into that chain to create my last double crochet. So when you're finished your row, you should have something that looks like this. And then you're ready to turn your work and start your 6th row. So your 6th row starts with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and then it's one of those nice easy rows, which is you work a double crochet into each of the stitches, and the chain space, you actually chain 1, miss that chain space, and then work another 3 double crochets. So I'm going to work a double crochet and another double crochet, and then I want to chain 1, I want to miss that chain 1, and then again 3 double crochets, and you want to go ahead and repeat that until the end of your row, and then that is the end of your 6th row. At the end of your 6th row, you should have something that looks like this, and as you can see, I've worked to the last 2 loops on my hook, and that's because I'm going to be changing colors again. I'm going to be changing to bicycle blue, and I'm going to work 2 rows of this color as well, and I'm going to be repeating my 3rd to 6th row of patterns. So these steps that I've showed you, you're just going to keep repeating them until your work measures 60 inches. And I'm going to end with 2 rows of my main color, so 2 rows of this color here. And that's all there is to it, and we'll see you again at Bernat.com.